Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see an interesting Azure use case. The use case is flatten a nested XML and convert to a data frame using Pyspark. The prerequisites of this video are we need to have an Azure subscription, a nested XML file in the storage account, an Apache Spark pool which is up and running, and the XML package installed in the Apache Spark. I have explained how to install XML package in Apache Spark in my previous video. I will give the link of the video in the description. In this video, we are mainly focusing on flattening the nested XML and converting the XML to a data frame. I'll explain the step-by-step process. Let's get into the implementation. Here is our Azure homepage. As a first step, let's understand the XML that we will be using in this session. Here is our XML file. Let me open this XML file. In this file, we have different purchase order information and the purchase date. The purchase information is for different customers. We have 3 customers here. For each purchase order, we have tags as name, address, product name, quantity, and the price. Inside the address tag, we have street name, city, state, zip, and country in the nested form. If you see here, name, product name, quantity, and the price are in one hierarchy, and the address information is in different hierarchy. Similarly, we have other purchase orders. We have the customer Christina and her purchase information, and we also have the customer Jessica and her purchase order information. We will flatten this XML and convert it to a data frame using Pyspark. The first step is to upload this XML to the storage account. Let's do that. Here is our Azure subscription, and inside my storage account, I am going to upload my XML file. Let's get into my container. Here is our XML file. Let's upload the file. The XML file is successfully uploaded. Let's see the data. The data looks good. Now let's go to the Synapse Analytics workspace and create a new notebook. Let me name my notebook as Read XML. As a first step, I am going to import the Pyspark libraries. %% Pyspark. I am going to create a data frame df spark.read. The format of the file is xml.format is XML. In our XML, the root tag is purchase orders. Let's mention that in our code. Option of root tag is purchase order, and the row tag is purchase order. Let's copy that. Option of row tag is purchase order, we have value tags in our XML. So let's mention the value tag as true. Option of value tag, comma, true. Next, we have to mention the path of the XML. Dot load. Let's get the ABFSS path of the XML. For that, let me go to the data and storage account container. Here is our XML. Let's right click and go to properties and copy the ABFSS path. Let's copy that, and here we are going to paste the path. Now let's display the data frame. Display df. Let me make this a single line. Let me connect the Spark pool and run the code. Here is the result. We see that the address is in nested format and we have name, product name, quantity and the US price which is at the row tag level, whereas the address which is in a different hierarchy, it got displayed in JSON format. As a next step, we are going to flatten this JSON data. First, let's convert this data to JSON format which is understandable to Pyspark using toJSON function. Let's do that. Let me create a new cell. I'm going to import toJSON function from Pyspark .sql .function import toJSON. Now I'm going to create a new data frame df new equals to the old data frame df. I'm going to create a new column using with column function. I'm going to name it as address. I'm going to use toJSON function. And here I'm going to pass the address column. Now let's display the new data frame. Df new. Let's run this. Let me fix the typo. Now let's run it. We have converted the address to JSON format which is readable for Pyspark. The next step is to create the schema for the column inside the JSON and create new columns for each of the fields. Let's do that. Let me create a new cell. First, let's specify the JSON schema. I'm going to create a variable called JSON schema. City, which is in string format, and we have country which is also in string format, country, which is in string, and we have state. The next column is street, which is in string, and our last column, which is zip, which is in integer format, is integer. Let me separate each column by comma. Now let's create a new data frame, df equals to our old data frame is df new. I'm going to read from df new dot with column to create new columns. I'm going to create a new column to read the JSON data which is present in df new. Let me name it as x, comma, from JSON. Before that, let me import the from JSON library. Import Pyspark dot SQL dot functions import from JSON. From JSON, I'm going to read the address column. Address. I'm going to specify the schema, which is JSON schema. From the new column name, I'm going to select all the columns. Dot select of all the columns dot star. Now let's display the new data frame. Display df. Let's run our code to see if there are any issues. From JSON, now let's run it. Here is our result. Let's see all the columns. We have the new column which is X and the city, country, state, street and zip and the data got flattened. The last step is to select only the columns that are needed for us. Let me do that. Let me create a new cell. I'm going to create a new data frame. I'm going to name it as D. I'm going to select from df dot select. I need name of the customer, which is name, and the product name, I don't need the quantity, I just need the city, country, and the state. I don't need other information, so I'm just skipping the other columns. You can select whatever columns you need and just display the result. Display D. Now let's run it. We have the clean data frame which displays the data in table format, and the XML is successfully flattened. I hope you like this video, and I'm sure that you learned something new today. If you do like this video, please consider to subscribe, and I will see you in yet another interesting Azure use case. Thank you.